Welcome to Veranda IAS. This is a foundation course for environment. In this, we are going to learn about sources of the environment. First, we will be learning about environmental sources in the preparation of prelims and mains. Now, let's talk about the books, what we need to refer. The main books we need to refer are the NCERT Science class 6th to 12th and Veranda IAS study material, then Rajagopalan's Environment and Ecology book, mainly the Shankar publication book. These are the books which we need to refer for the basics. And now we need to know what are the NCERT books we need to study. Not that all the NCERT books we need to study. We need to study a specific books like for science NCERT we need to study the class 7th to 10th books. For biology we need to read only the 12th standard book, and for geography we need to learn from 6th to 11th. And the NCERT chemistry is for class 12th and NCERT economy is only the class 11. And why we are reading chemistry and economy? When science, biology and geography is linked with environment, what is the relation between chemistry and economy for the environment? Now let's learn why we are studying all the subjects in the environment. Now let's start with why geography is in environment. Geography here talks about the biodiversity and ecosystem. It also shows the clear views of plants, animals and different species, which is a main base for ecology. Ecology here talks about the why and where the species lives and how it gets extinct. That's why geography is a main base for environment. This gives a clear view about all the species of the plants and animals, not only the plants and animals but also the non-living organisms too. Now let's talk about why chemistry in environment. All the living organisms are made up of some elements and molecules. They all need some chemical reactions to prepare their own food or for surviving, and that's why a chemical reaction is important in environment. We need to learn chemistry in environment to know the basics about the environmental chemical reaction. For example, we can take a photosynthesis process which comes under light energy, which absorbs and produces CO2, which produces water to the plants and which is a food for plants and leaves. This is why this is a basic photosynthesis reaction which is used for the chemistry, and this chemical reaction is for photosynthesis, chlorophyll, and this is how chemistry works in environment. And now let's explain the metabolisms of the environment. There are some metabolic reactions or also takes place in the chemical, and this is a chemical reaction for environment. This is why we are learning chemistry in environment. Next, a modern biology overlaps with the chemistry, like functions, cellular process of the molecular level. This is how the molecular functions works for the chemistry. This is how the chemistry is used for an environment. Now let's learn about why economy is in environment. The class 11th of the NCERT talks about the agricultural sectors, globalization and the goals of 5-year plan. This 5-year plan always talks about the agriculture which we need to improve and how we need to improve, what are the budgets we need to be done. And this agriculture sector also talks about that, and globalization will also be more important for the environment. This is talked about in the economy class 11th of the environment. This is why we are learning economy in environment. Then finally, economy of the science refers to the household and the domestic management, which is more important for the environment. This is also a main point why we are learning economy in environment. Then current affairs in environment, which plays a major role in environment, which is that keep making a notes from the newspaper, especially from the Hindu, Indian Express and Times of India. Times of India provides more specific points about the environmental current affairs. That's why we are mentioning the Times of India in this. While reading a NCERT, refer the source and connect it with the current affairs. Whenever we are reading a conceptual facts or the facts about the concept, we need to make notes about the related current affairs. Whenever we are making a notes about a current affairs, we need to know how to connect with the factual points, and it's mainly to know about the summary of the air news. It is All India Radio News and this is a Press Information Bureau. We need to make notes in this. There will be a summary available in the government website. We can also go through and we can read the summary in that. The main important websites to refer are NVIS website and Ministry of Environment is the website which is available by the government. We can also read and refer in this website. This is a main source for current affairs which we can read for environment. And finally, the main thing is to read the magazine which will be available in the market like Down to Earth, Yojana and Kurukshetra. This plays a major role for environment. We can read a consolidated monthly current affairs in this. This will be in a monthly twice magazine, so that you will be reading a 15 days environment or current affairs based on this. It will be a continuously collected environmental current affairs which will be given to you. So, Yojana and Kurukshetra also mentions about the schemes and how the schemes works and why the scheme is getting slow and how it can be overcome. This is how this Yojana and Kurukshetra magazine helps to write the answer writing in for your mains and the factual points for your prelims. This is how current affairs plays a major role in the environment. Current affairs in environment. Now, let me explain about how the current affairs can be explained in the environment. Now, the basic point is that example is, now when you are learning about the bamboo plantation and you came to know about it is planted in East Africa and it is connected with the recent current affairs. How we can connect this with the recent current affairs is, for example, in the IUCN says that African elephant which lives in the forest and savannas are increasingly getting threatened. Threatened means there is an extinction of this species. So, when you start with the bamboo plantation, it goes with the East Africa, this is a geographical location, and now we are connecting this with the IUCN list which the species is getting extinct. So, with the bamboo plantation you are referring 3 more points. This is how it is important to learn current affairs in environment. Now, we learned the source of environment and what are the books we need to study, and even if it is NCERT, we learned what are the NCERT books we need to learn, and for magazines, websites, and why the chemistry is important in environment, geography is environment, and also mainly current affairs in environment, and we also saw the example for the current affairs, how we need to link the current affairs with the part of an environment. This is how we need to learn, and these are the sources for the environment. Thank you.